Firstly, you haven't got any less cool over the years. You look fantastic.
You very much.
But what's it like being back in Leicester Square? Because some of your original videos were shot in Leicester Square.
We used to walk around here, jumping into restaurants, doing squashed rats on the windows. I don't know if you know what squashed rat is, but you push your genitals against windows. This was our playground. You know, we used to run through Soho, being complete idiots, wasted out of our heads, young, not, thinking like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, it's great to be back. I live in London still, so like it's kind of my back garden as well. But yeah, it's lovely to be back, and I couldn't believe when I saw the cinema outside. I was like, oh my God, what is this? So yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling.
Is it a kind of full circle moment? Because it's been
God, yeah, full circle. Honestly, genuinely, I feel like I'm trapped in a time loop. Do you know what I mean? And like I remember going into the set the first time, and I was gonna wear a shirt that from back in the day, thinking like, oh, this will be cool. And I turned up on set, and Séamus was wearing it. And I was like, what is going on? And it was so trippy. And they did a scene that like I wrote in the book, and then it's been transferred into it, and I lived it. And it's like 3 stages of it getting to this like magical world. And also when I look at Séamus and Sam, their chemistry is so much like Bill and I. It's just the natural chemistry, the way they banter when no one's looking. So I feel like I'm seeing what happened to us again, but this time it's great. They're in the same, that early stage where you can look at them and go, it's buzzing, it's on.
And I find it a bit interesting because Limp Bizkit went through their thing where they pretended to be their own management and to get deals and things like that. And now we've got voices like Kneecap coming out who are able to go out and rap in their own language. But there's still pushback. People don't hear it and always hear it. So do you think we've moved along, or there's still a long way to go?
I think there's a long way to go. I mean, me personally, I've pulled this project along the ground and from through the mud and being told no over and over and over. Even when the book became a bestseller, it was still no. People just don't get it, and bad scripts being offered from people who don't get the music side of things, and you have to get the colour of music, So yeah, it's just a long time. But also, amazing that Kneecap and now with this story, but I want to finally see a Scottish rapper make it, and someone really, and people really push them and give them a chance. But also I think that's also got to do with the artists. The one thing I want people to take away from this, because I know, especially in Dundee, there's so many good bands. There's always been. It's such a crazy city for great bands. But I know so many kids and so many friends who just stopped when it wouldn't happen, and they were amazing, and these were some of the best bands, and they just stopped. And so what I want people to take away from this film is, don't stop. If you want it, go. It's only over when you stop, Because for me, with this story, the amount of times we've been told no and told to get lost, 26 years of it. 26 years and we're here. Look at that. 26 years later. But that only took determination, iron will, belief. Because for me, it's like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. It's just going to take longer. And that's how we're here. I just did it anyway. And eventually, James came on board and boom, you got a big movie.
And looking back at the documentary, you guys seem to have the same kind of energy as Kneecap. And you were fabulous performers and rappers.
Yeah.
So what's it like seeing these guys capture that energy on screen?
That's mental. Because one thing I said to them, because I did all the music, and so the one thing I said is, don't tell me we're shooting in 6 weeks, because I need some time with these guys, because a lot of the techniques, I knew the songs they wanted to perform, and some of them are, some of them are difficult. LMC, you legitimately give them a willy to women, they really feel me, you're really silly killing a bit. That's hard to do. You can't teach that in a short amount of time. And I remember Séamus calling me up from the studio going, Gav, how do I do this? I'm like, geez, I'm not going to be able to take, you got to breathe through your nose and spit out. It's difficult, So the fact that they only had about a week to get it tight, I can't believe. And if you know that when you watch it, just understand that this is not hard. What we did was not easy, and what they pulled off was incredibly difficult, and they did it. And they had the greatest time of their lives doing it.
And obviously we got James directing it, who's been in front of the camera for so many years and knows where to point one. What's it been like for you to have somebody like him telling your story?
All the way up, we had so many big screenwriters, I don't want to say their names, but like so many big people a part of the projects before. And you read the screenplays and be like, oh my God, they just don't get it. And you know, so you might have even been in the industry, you might have been in music for a long time, but they didn't get it. And these were people who should have got it. James came on board, and when we had a conversation, we talked for about 30, 40 minutes on the process of art and what it is, what this is really about. And he got it, you know, and then we talked about him being a Scottish actor, and those emotions you go through when you walk in a room and you're denigrated to like a tiny little nothing, you know, like that's what it felt like at Syllable and Braids, you know, before we were Syllable and Braids. So he got that, and so I kind of felt like this is going to be sick, because he gets it. I was angry, and I felt his anger as well. And I felt his anger when reading the book. You know, the book's funny and the film's funny, but there's a bit of anger in here. You know, but that we should have got our chances earlier, and it shouldn't have had to take this much. You know.
Well, congratulations! It's a fabulous film, and it's been really lovely to speak to you. So enjoy your evening.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
It's been brilliant.
Thank you. Great interview as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!